Ever wondered how much of your life is dictated by habits? Let's unravel the mystery. Habits, those repetitive actions and routines we perform, often without conscious thought, play a colossal role in shaping our lives. They can act as a double-edged sword, being both beneficial and detrimental. Consider the simple act of brushing your teeth each morning, a beneficial habit contributing to dental health. On the flip side, there are detrimental habits like mindlessly reaching for a sugary treat when stressed, which can pave the way to health issues. Habits also extend beyond personal routines. They form the backbone of societal norms and traditions, shaping our interactions and the world around us. From the way we greet each other to our dining etiquette, habits are omnipresent, subtly guiding our actions. So whether they're small daily routines or significant lifestyle choices, habits are the invisible architects of our lives. Indeed, our habits, unnoticed, shape our lives in profound ways. Let's delve into the intriguing world of how habits are formed. Now imagine a simple, relatable story. Picture yourself at the end of a long day. You're tired, and all you want to do is to crawl into your comfortable bed. But before you do, there's something that you do almost instinctively. You go to the bathroom, pick up your toothbrush, apply some toothpaste, and start brushing your teeth. This, my friends, is a habit in action. The birth of a habit starts with a trigger. In this case, the trigger is the feeling of tiredness and the desire to go to bed. This trigger initiates a specific behavior. And what might that be? You guessed it, brushing your teeth. Next comes the routine. The routine is the behavior itself. It's what you do when you're triggered. Here, the routine is all the steps you take to brush your teeth. You walk to the bathroom, pick up your toothbrush, put on the toothpaste, and brush each tooth meticulously. Now we've got our trigger and we've got our routine. But what solidifies this sequence into a habit? That's right, the reward. The reward is the positive reinforcement that makes the routine worth repeating. In our story, the reward is the minty, fresh feeling in your mouth, the sense of accomplishment and the reassurance that your oral hygiene is well taken care of. But it's not just about brushing your teeth. This process happens with every habit we form. Be it waking up early in the morning, going for a run, reading a book before bed, or even checking your phone first thing when you wake up. It's a cycle. A trigger initiates a routine, and a reward reinforces it. Over time, this cycle becomes so ingrained in our brains that we start performing these routines without even thinking about it. We become, in essence, creatures of habit. And just like that, a habit is born, as simple as it seems, yet complex in its creation. But what goes on in our brains when these habits are being formed? Well, the answer lies in the intricate workings of our brain. Think of your brain as a dense forest, a wilderness of thoughts, actions, and feelings. Each time you perform an action or think a thought, it's like you're stepping on a path through this forest. Now, let's say you decide to take a new action, like starting to jog every morning. The first time you do it, it's like carving a new path through the wilderness. It's tough going. You're pushing through thick undergrowth, stumbling over roots and getting scratched by thorns. But as you keep jogging each morning, you're traveling down this new path again and again. Each time you do, the path becomes a little clearer, a little easier to travel. The undergrowth gets trampled down, the roots get worn away, and the thorns get pushed aside. Eventually, after enough repetition, the path becomes a well-worn track. It's easy to travel with no obstacles in the way. That's when your action has become a habit. This is exactly what happens in our brain. Each action we perform, each thought we think, fires a specific set of neurons in our brain. The first time a new set of neurons fires together, it's like carving that new path through the forest. It's tough going. But each time those neurons fire together again, the connections between them get a little stronger, a little easier to trigger. This is a process called neuronal plasticity, and here's where the brain's reward system comes into play. When we perform an action that brings us pleasure or satisfaction, our brain rewards us by releasing chemicals like dopamine. This makes us feel good, and it also reinforces the neural pathway for that action, making it even easier to trigger in the future. So the more we repeat an action, and the more pleasure or satisfaction it brings us, the stronger the habit becomes. It's a powerful system, and it's all happening right inside our heads every day. Our brains, it seems, are designed to form and follow habits. What if you could harness this power of habit formation for your benefit? Imagine a single droplet of water. On its own, it seems insignificant. But when many droplets come together, they can form a mighty river, carving through mountains and shaping the landscape. This is the essence of habit stacking, the idea that small, seemingly insignificant changes, when combined, can lead to monumental transformations. Take the story of James, for instance. James was an average guy, stuck in a 9-to-5 job he didn't particularly enjoy. He wanted to write a novel, but between his job and family commitments, he didn't think he had the time. Then one day, he stumbled upon the concept of habit stacking. James decided to start small. He committed to writing just one sentence a day. Just one sentence. It seemed doable, and it was. Slowly, that one sentence became 2, then 3, then a paragraph, then a page. Before he knew it, James was writing for 30 minutes every day. A year later, he had completed his first novel. That's the power of small changes. It's not about making massive, sweeping alterations to your life. It's about identifying the small, manageable things you can change and building on them one step at a time. It's about understanding that progress is a process, not an event. Remember, habits are the building blocks of our lives. They shape our days, our years, and ultimately our destiny. Just as a river is formed by countless droplets of water, our lives are shaped by the countless habits we cultivate every day. So, ask yourself this: what small change can you make today that could potentially transform your life tomorrow? It could be as simple as writing one sentence, drinking one glass of water, or taking one step towards a healthier lifestyle. Small changes, when stacked together, can lead to monumental transformations. So what does all this mean for you? Let's delve into that. We all have habits, some beneficial, some not so beneficial. But the beauty of it all, we hold the power to shape these habits, to mold them in ways that can better our lives. Picture your daily routine as a canvas, and your habits as the brushstrokes. Each stroke might seem insignificant on its own, but together they form a masterpiece, your life. That's right, your life is essentially an accumulation of your habits. The books you read, the food you eat, the time you wake up, even the thoughts you think, they all add up. Every small action, every minor decision is a step towards a larger goal. But how do you shape these habits? Start small. Consider a habit you'd like to form or change. Break it down into manageable steps. Want to read more? Start with a page a day. Looking to exercise regularly? Begin with a 5-minute workout. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither are habits. Next, consistency is key. The magic of habit formation lies in repetition. The more you do something, the more ingrained it becomes in your brain, and before you know it, it's second nature. Finally, be patient with yourself. Change is a process, not an event. There will be days when you falter, days when old habits creep back in, but don't lose heart. Each day is a new opportunity, a fresh canvas waiting for your brushstrokes. You might be wondering, why all this fuss about habits? Well, because your habits define you. They shape your health, your happiness, your productivity, and ultimately, your destiny. Your habits are the invisible architecture of your life, the foundation upon which your future is built. In the grand scheme of things, what matters isn't a single monumental decision, but thousands of small, consistent actions. So take charge of your habits. Be intentional with your decisions. Because every action, no matter how small, is a step towards the life you want to live. Remember, the habits you form today shape the life you live tomorrow.